Hello everyone, it's been a while. So we're gonna try something new. You're not gonna see my face in this one because we're still moving in, but I do have my webcam working. So I have created 3 different piles for you to choose from. I've pre-drawn the cards for each of the piles, but if I feel drawn to, I might shuffle more cards out through the reading. I also was trying to find some time messages in this deck, and they just weren't coming to me. Hopefully, we can get a little bit more energy in those cards as we go through the readings. I'm also going to later on use my Valentine deck. This is really fun since it's February. I love all these cute little cards. They're all little Valentine's cards. Of course, they're all misshuffled, but that's okay. We can pull these out and have fun later in the reading. So let's go ahead and get started with our 3 piles. For pile 1, we have the Patience card. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. It's card number 13. Whatever pile you're most drawn to, follow your intuition. Pile 2 is devotion. And pile 3 is confidence. Okay, there are your 3 piles. Go ahead and pick your pile. Pause it if you need more time, and I will see you in each of the readings. Hello, pile 1. Okay, you chose card number 13, Patience, waiting with calmness. Okay, now I've drawn cards from various decks, so let's see what turns up. Before I start pulling them, let's all take a deep, calming breath. Exhale. Let's do a little grounding, letting energy flow through you from the divine down into the ground. Let go anything that's bothering you, that's stressing you out, and just let that connection with the divine shine through with your highest self, with your guides, your angels, as we connect with them to find clarity for your reading and the messages that are coming through. Okay, the first card, Anxiety, upside down. Okay, I normally do not do reverse cards. I think the message is there. But okay, we have all tied up. Number 23. Patience, anxiety. It feels like you're blocked. You're blocked. Okay, let's see what our next card says. Okay, deep cellular healing. I don't know, it feels like these cards, maybe not like any backwards meaning with the anxiety card, just that they're all wrapped up together. They're kind of locked in together, I guess you can say. I mean, you can see that she's tied up in this card, but it seems like the anxiety and the blockages and being tied up, they're just it's kind of circular. you have anxiety about something and you're blocked, but then there's blocks causing the anxiety, and it seems just kind of like a vicious circle for you going round and round. That's what these two cards feel like to me. Okay. Deep cellular healing, physical, emotional healing, Arcturian energy. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. Well, that goes hand in hand with the patience card. Okay, what else are we pulling up? DNA, karma. New moon. We just recently had a new moon a few days ago. Freedom. And fertility. Okay. Whenever I get this card, a lot of times this moon on her forehead is prominent. With the fertility card and this new moon, that makes a lot of sense. There's something on the horizon for you. There's something coming, but it's just not here yet. It's waiting for you. It's probably something that you've been wanting or working on, but something is needing to happen in order for you to get there. And this healing card is coming up. The karma card is coming up. This, with the time, it feels very strongly like you're working through some karma, you're working through some energy, and things are not coming for you. Things are not moving for you. You feel stuck and it's stressing you out. You feel probably trapped and you're frustrated. You might be emotional, which is all absolutely normal because there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes. The universe is working for you to help clear away this karma and anything else that's causing you to feel stuck or to be energetically stuck in your life right now. With the new moon card, it feels like a message to hang tight, that good things are on the way to you, that you're not permanently stuck. This is just a little stopover on your healing journey and your life journey. Okay. The freedom card. If you're feeling trapped, as the cards indicate that you are right now, this thing that's happening, this occurrence, this energy healing, this karma clearing, whatever the universe is working on for you, it's going to help you to find your independence, for you to stand on your own. The solar plexus chakra is really coming up, and that might be something as well that you can help with this process. Is if you are a person who has trouble speaking your mind, and you always have this feeling like you're not enough, that you're not good enough, that you're lacking something, this solar plexus chakra would be something to help heal or help the universe with healing by making some progress with it yourself. I want to draw another card to see if there's any other messages for you about your solar plexus chakra and what you can do during this time of patience and time of waiting. Because I know for many people, being patient and waiting is probably very challenging. I know I have a hard time being patient. I always want to be doing something, and it's hard to just sit back and do nothing. Okay, guides, what is something pile 1 can do to help heal their solar plexus chakra? Okay. Sometimes the cards just do not want to come out. Okay, that one feels like it wants to come out. Reclaiming your authenticity. This can be really hard at some points for us, finding who we authentically are. But that's what's needed right now. Let's see. I'm being shown passion. Go after what you're passionate about. And it's interesting too, because this card, one of the cards in my deck is finding your passion, and it has a heart in these colors. And so I'm seeing that card, and it really brings that to mind. Whatever you're passionate about is part of who you intrinsically are. And so following your passions, even if they don't feel like they're going to lead you anywhere, or even if they do not actually lead you anywhere, just following your passions will help you get in touch with your true self, your divine self, and help you reconnect with clearing the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. So in this period of just waiting, take a look at your passions. Where do your passions lie? What do you like to do? What are you being called to do? Maybe it's something completely new. Maybe it's not something that you've ever done before. Follow those urges. Maybe it's something that you've been haven't done in years and years and years, and you're being called to do that again. Do that. Okay. I want to take another look, let's see, at this fertility. See if we can get any more messages about what's coming. And then the karma card. I want to know the karma. Okay, fertility, new projects, what's on the way, guides. What is in store for pile 1? Okay. Beauty. The message with this card is your true self is going to shine. And what that exactly is, it's going to be different for everyone. And I know that's a really irritating thing to hear, but it's going to be your purpose. It's like what I'm seeing is your soul is shining. And that is so vastly different for everyone, because we all have different purposes. We all have different origins. We all have different past lives. And what we're here to do is so vastly different. But it's your true inner self shining. And so the next step for you, the next phase that you're waiting for, feels like another step closer to your life path, but it requires some healing, so some karma healing, some emotional healing. Now, during this time, we have, this anxiety and this feeling of being trapped. Honor your emotions. That's what they're saying. Honor your emotions and let feelings come up, that's the only way you're going to purge. So your spirit team and your guides in the universe is working on what they can work on, but you're being asked to also help them from this side by working through your emotions. Okay, I want to take this karma. I'd like to learn a little bit more about this karma, and if there's what karma. Okay, guides, what karma is coming up for pile 1, or is pile 1 dealing with? I know it's going to be different for everyone, but do you have a message related to this karma? Okay. Breach. Something is not as it should be. Something is being set right. Let me see if I can feel a little bit more into this. It feels like you're underwater right now. Like you're underwater and you're fighting something and you're struggling to breathe and struggling to find the surface. It just feels like intense chaos under the water. And, oh, okay, why am I seeing that? Why am I seeing that chaos? Sanctuary. It's just more of this patience. You got to be patient. You might feel like you're in absolute chaos right now, and it's confusion, and you don't know which way is up, and they're telling me it's part of the process. It's all part of the process. Seek comfort right now. Seek safe places, safe people. The sanctuary, if you need to go into a cave or at least have solitude, then you have every right to do that right now. You're working through stuff. There's a lot of emotions coming to the surface, and it feels like this anxiety is just a cover, and there is so much deeper emotions that are underneath that need to be purged and need to be worked through. Okay. Let's see if there's any more that's coming up for this anxiety and these emotions. Guides, is there anything else that let's see. I felt something on the bottom. Okay. Oh, first chakra. That makes sense. Okay. So I love this card, Archangel Michael. The root chakra. But it's not just the root chakra. It's also the solar plexus chakra, which I already talked about. Was it down here? The root chakra, all those lower chakras. When we come into this life, we automatically have a deep spiritual connection, although it can be lost over time. But we come into this human existence to really learn how to work on these lower chakras and develop these chakras, whether it's with karma or living through human experiences and death and illness and loss and everything else. And so a lot of times when one of the chakras, the lower chakras, comes up, they all need to be worked on. And so this feeling of chaos and being trapped, it feels like it's coming from the root chakra, in that you let's see. It feels like something can be taken away from you very easily. You don't feel secure in who you are and what you have, insofar as you don't feel safe. And so things maybe that have come up for you recently, things may be surfacing now from the past emotions, past events. It's all about security and whether you're safe in your skin. And I jump to safe within your skin, whether you're safe, period, but it comes with being safe in your body. Whenever we feel safe, when our feelings begin internally, they manifest externally. So if for some reason we don't feel safe in where we're living, safe with our friends, safe with our relationship, all that is it's being reflected from our internal feelings to our external environment. So you have to figure out why you do not feel safe in your own skin. Now, granted, this could be deep within you from past lives, but those feelings are going to come up, and the best way to do that is to honor those feelings. Now, there's numerous ways that you can work through that and heal. Sometimes I do Ho'oponopono. Sometimes I do the violet flame. It's going to be different for everyone, what resonates with you as far as healing, as far as helping those feelings. Some people, scream or whatnot. So whatever helps you to work through those feelings, that's what you're being called to do right now as you work through this energy and this period of being trapped. Okay, we're on time. Okay, we're about 20 minutes in. So let's, real quick, I want to finish your reading with pulling one of these little cards. Let's see. Yep, some of them are backwards. I don't like to see them. Okay, let's just, I don't know. They're odd, strange little cards, and they're hard to shuffle. Oh, okay, that one. There we go. Okay. Love forgives. Oh, that's such a good one. Oh, forgiveness is one of the toughest things to do. It is so hard, and I can't say that I have come close to being able to forgive easily. I am the type of person where I hold grudges, and so I am the last person that probably should have drawn this card. But forgiveness, I think the biggest point right now is forgiving yourself. And that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's not so much trying to forgive other people. Forgiving others comes with time, but forgiving yourself and understanding that we're all human. We make mistakes, even just horrible mistakes that hurt ourselves and our loved ones. And as you work through the lower chakras, whatever comes up, remember that you need to forgive yourself first. You need to say, I love you. Something that I started doing was, yes, I made that mistake. I forgive myself. I love myself. That's part of the Ho'oponopono process as well. And I find just allowing myself that space to say, yes, I make mistakes. It's okay. Even if other people can't forgive us, we need to be able to forgive ourselves first and foremost. So we're going to end on that. The last card, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Okay, pile 1, that is your reading. If you have any questions or would like to leave a message below, please do, and please subscribe. I've not been consistent at posting over the last few years, but I try, and so know when I subscribe and know when I post. Okay, sending love. Okay, hello, pile 2. We are going to get started with you with devotion and sacred worship. Okay, before I start pulling the cards, I want to take one breath in and exhale. Let's take one more breath, and as we breathe in, we're going to breathe in light from above, from the divine. And as we exhale, we're going to let it flow out through our feet into the earth. Release anything that you're feeling right now. Release the stress from your day, anything that might be clogging your energy and disrupting your mind. We want to be able to feel the energy so we can connect with your guides, connect with the divine, and so we can get clear messages. Okay. Let's see what is coming up for you. The Magician in the Mirror. Healer of the Ages. I had these together last time I did a reading, my last reading. That's crazy. And Strength. Okay, so I only pulled 2 cards from each deck, and a third one came out with these 3. So that's I find that to be kind of wild. Let's see how I can put these up here so you can see them all. Okay. So I get this healing energy from both of these cards. And Strength. It's also interesting that all of these cards are all 50. Okay, let's see what else we pull. Okay. Hiraeth, I'm not sure how to say that. Longing for home. Homesick for the stars. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. I feel that there's a lot of healers, little light seeds, star seeds, light workers, and a lot of energetic people in this group. Not energetic people, highly energetic, highly sensitive people in this group. Okay. Clouds, shape-shifting. Dragonfly, emergence. Falling in love, kissing the divine in another or in yourself. And the unseen. Okay. This group, let's see if I can readjust these. I need to figure out my table setup. But I feel this group is struggling with something. I feel this group is really struggling with some heavy emotions, some really heavy, some heaviness from Earth with, it could be karma, but it feels like there's a lot of spiritual people in this group, and you are, okay, and so when I say spiritual, I don't mean religions or anything like that, or your depth of spirituality. what I'm feeling is this is all about people who have incarnated into this human body from other places, and you're not necessarily human. You're a light worker, a light being. You're a star seed from another planet, um, or you have reincarnated for many thousands of lifetimes, and you have a very deep spiritual purpose, and you really are feeling lost right now. You're really feeling this heaviness, the heaviness of the emotions going on earth right now, along with, it almost feels like you feel trapped and an inability to find your purpose. It just feels like you're lost right now. Especially in this card, I really feel it, like you can't see the way forward, and the words that they're saying right now is trust that there is something more, have faith. And I know we hear that, and I myself am sick of hearing that. I love my guides. I love my guides dearly, and I am so grateful for them. But some days I am like, have faith. I don't want to hear that anymore. But this time, it just feels like a time of almost inactivity, and for me, it kind of makes sense. We've had fog a lot where I am lately, and I absolutely love weather. I love fog. I actually prefer weather more than sunshine, but the message that I was getting when I was driving the other day was the fog is kind of a placeholder. It's kind of a message to just be wherever you're at. Just be in that space. And I don't know about how many of you feel the way I do, in that when it's you always feel like you want to be purposeful. You feel like you want to have motion and movement, but there is a purpose to these times of stillness, and the purpose is to go within. Okay. And I'm feeling in this card, this shape-shifting card, that right now you're in a period of transformation. And I see that in the healer and the angel of strength. You are changing. You are not the person that you were. You're progressing on your spiritual timeline. You're progressing in your spiritual path, but you also don't yet know exactly who you're becoming. And so you're in this state of in between, and it's a really hard state to be in. With this coming up, I don't just feel that you have like gifts of healing. I feel you have actual magic gifts. Okay, you are a healer, absolutely. Your energy, I feel that your energy is healing, but you also have magical gifts, and this could be the gift of clairvoyance or clairaudience, clairsentience, any of the clairs. It could be healing energy with your hands, like Reiki or anything else. It doesn't have to be Reiki. Reiki is kind of a construct, but there's more to Reiki than just what is taught. There's you dreams and everything else. There's so much within you that I don't think has become unlocked yet, and I feel it in this emergence card. It's and with the dragonflies represent transformation, and this woman is just kind of lying in wait. She's she's blending in with her surroundings right now, but there's so much more, and it's beneath the surface, and you're going to get to a point where you stand out, where you are no longer going to blend in with your surroundings. But part of that feels like you need to be able to love yourself. And I see this devotion card, sacred worship, and this falling in love. And it's not so much like an external falling in love. It's finding a way to fall in love with yourself and to see yourself as a goddess. To see, and I say goddess, but it's non-gender specific. It's kind of to feel that goddess energy and that divine energy. And sometimes with the God energy, we get very, very masculine traits as far as harshness. So this is non-gender specific, this goddess energy, where you feel wonderful in your skin and you feel confident in who you are. And you're in kind of this in-between stage to help you figure out how you can feel good in your own skin and be proud of your gifts and your magic and be proud of your talents. And I think for a lot of you, human lives can be incredibly difficult for those of us who are here to be light workers and healers and people that help humanity. The beginning of our lives and our past lives can be extremely difficult, and so being able to feel comfortable and confident in our skin can be very strange and very challenging at times. So I'm gonna see what else we can learn. Okay, so this devotion card, I'm gonna pick one more from that deck. Now bear with me, this is a fairly new deck, and so okay, well, sometimes it doesn't shuffle very well, but I guess that came out just fine. Okay, what cards? Transformation, okay, exactly what we were just talking about. And peace. Transformation, moon cycles, 7, 8. Honor your feelings. If you need to be in solitude, honor that. Allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to feel any mood swings with like the cycles of the moon. And for any of you who are women and go through menstrual cycles, you know that the emotions can flux with hormones. And so the message I'm getting is, no matter if you're male or female, allow yourself to go through the mood fluctuations and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling instead of pushing it to the side. For example, like if you're invited out and all of a sudden you don't want to go, honor that. There's also intuition coming in, and so some of these feelings may be what you're feeling from others. Many of you are probably empaths, and so what you're feeling and sensing is not just emotions at times, it's also messages. It might be feelings of others. So honor that. And by honoring yourself with your emotions and honoring your intuition, you are going to grow honoring yourself as a whole. Okay? It's like you're worshiping yourself by honoring those feelings and saying, yes, I am worthy to honor what I am feeling, what I am sensing, and to honor myself as a person, as a spiritual being, as a physical being, etc. Okay. Let's see if I can get another card for these three. There's already 3 of them, but let's see. What else? Strength, purple. Let's see what else pops up. Okay. The solar plexus chakra for sure. Okay, and the heart chakra. Oh God, the two popped out. This went right to its spot. And this one, storm warning. Okay. Let's pick these up so we can see all 5 of them. I don't like to cover the other ones, but we're going to for a minute because I didn't make enough space on my table. Okay. Things are going to be coming up for you. It could be people. It could be past situations. It could be a single situation. Maybe the storm is even within you, and it's the emotions that are raging through you. But it's healing. Everything that's coming up is needing to be healed. And the best thing you can do is direct love at it. Okay? Now, this is really hard. If someone's coming at you, if someone's causing problems in your life, or you have a friendship that's on the rocks, a marriage that's having difficulties, someone is making you angry, someone is bullying you, sending them love is the hardest thing to do. But what you can do is you can love yourself. You can find that whatever is triggering those, whatever emotions are being triggered in you. For example, someone's bullying you. The upper crust emotions, what I call the upper crust, is like an emotional pie, or like the feelings of anger, that someone's bullying you and you're instantly angry about it. But what's underneath, like the gooey filling, are the emotions that we need to address, that we need to work through. So if you're being bullied, yes, you might be angry, but what's underneath? Do you feel sadness? Okay, why do you feel sad? You feel sad because maybe as a child your parent rejected you, and it makes you feel the same way, and so there's feelings of rejection. Maybe there's feelings of shame. Maybe there's feelings of insecurity. So this message is to feel the feelings that we often block with the upper crust emotions, the anger and the jealousy and everything like that, and get to the heart of the emotions and love that part of yourself, because that is likely from your inner child or even a past life. And the best thing you can do to heal those emotions is to love them. Whether you visualize or you feel heart love coming from your heart to those emotions, it's I think going to be the most positive way to act, to work through those emotions, as well as feeling. So if tears come up, absolutely shed the tears, because it feels like there is going to be a lot of emotion in whatever is coming up for you. The strength, it's just calling for you to have strength as you work through these feelings. And I also feel there's going to be messages coming down from the divine for you. So stay tuned in. I'm getting the third eye chakra. So if you have some amethyst or something, anything that helps you connect with you through your third eye, keep your third eye open. Keep allowing yourself space to visualize and get those messages. Okay, let's see, where are we? Any other messages? Let's see the unseen. Let's pull another from that deck and see if there's any more messages about the unseen. Okay, that wants to come out. divine sensuality. Love, sensuality. For some of you, okay, and this may be a very specific few, but it feels like you're using sensuality or sex as a mechanism to either cope with your feelings or hide your feelings. It's kind of like an addiction, or for some it could be like an overconfidence, but yet you feel completely insecure inside. It's like this. It's like a person who is completely confident out in public and looks like they have everything together and looks like they love themselves and they're wonderful, yet inside they feel empty and alone. And for those of you in that situation who may be feeling that, the message is also very prominent that is a coping mechanism, and you need to get to the heart of who you are and love you for you instead of who you see yourself on the outside. Okay, that was a very specific message because I don't think the majority of you probably feel that way. Let's see. Ley lines. Okay, for those of you who know your star seeds or who know your light workers or other beings, this message is to start meditating or spend time exploring what you know or what you don't know. I've been doing a lot of meditations. I've been seeing a lot more of my past lives and connecting. I've been listening to sound healing for different civilizations, light codes, things like that. So if that interests anyone, follow those paths. And it could be a deep, dark rabbit hole down into God knows what. But it's going to lead you to opening doors for yourself and gaining knowledge that is going to really open you up to your spiritual gifts and your life path. Okay, let's see. We are about 22 minutes right now. So the last thing I wanted to do is I have these little cards. They're my Valentine's cards, and since it's February, I wanted to use them, and we're just gonna see what pops out. One last little message. They're all kind of jumbled up because I moved, and so they were all upside down, and so we'll just see what comes out. We'll see if anything pops out, whether it's a timeline or a little message. Okay, we had two pop out. So, love is coming and love bends. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a message that love is coming into your life. It could be a romantic love. It could be a new friendship. For others, it could be you're starting to find love in yourself. I'm also getting a message that it could be people, you see how these cards are following this drummer and the drummer's leading? This could be some of you stepping into your power as a leader. And I don't say power as like ego power, as stepping into your personal power, your self-empowerment, like your solar plexus chakra, stepping into that power and stepping into some kind of a leadership role, or a door opening for you with some kind of a leadership role. Love bends. This is a flex, and I heard something the other day that love is always love. And then if you love someone, you always feel that you love them. And after 16 years of marriage, I kind of have to disagree. I think love can be very, very deep. And as you have light and dark, as you have yin and yang, shadows and light, you also go through phases in relationships, or, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships, that sometimes you or your partner reflect something in the other, like a mirror, that feelings arise. And sometimes the feelings that are inside you, you project onto your partner. And yes, you can love your partner, but sometimes you can hate them too. So I feel this card as love can bend and sway, and it has its ebbs and its flows, but it doesn't mean it's horrible or it needs to end or something is wrong. It's a relationship or a friendship is just as is life. There are good times, there are bad times, there are ebbs and there's flows, and energy is all over the place. And so I think this is just a reminder for anyone who might be in that situation right now, that even if you're in a lull, even if you're in a shadow period, there is going to be a light side coming around as well. Okay. And something else that popped up, we have the card numbers 6 and 48, and so 8 came to mind. It 8 is the abundant, the number that represents abundance. And even if you feel stuck right now, even if you feel lost and stressed and just kind of overcome with life and what you're going through and emotions and things like that, abundance is on its way. And I asked for a time frame, and it feels like it's about 6 months. So I know that's not great. I guess 6 months is better than 6 years. Maybe for some of you it's 6 weeks, but it's it's a process, it's a period, and 2025 is a year of huge transformation. So we will see how it works out. So pile 2, I'm sending you all the love, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Hello, pile 3. Okay, I did some deep breaths before this, so as I get started laying out the cards, please take a couple deep breaths yourself and to relax and calm. I want to get right into this. Pile 1 was around 20 minutes, and pile 2 jumped up to 27 minutes. So I'm losing my light here and want to make sure I have plenty of light to finish the session, although I really don't. But okay, we are going to get started. Confidence is your first card. Okay, let's see. I'll put that over here with my little Valentine deck we're going to get into later. Sorry about the light. Like I said, it's getting dark here, so I'm trying to make the best of it. Okay. We have patience. Oh my goodness. Pile 1 had patience as well. So, if you're interested in pile 1, maybe read that. We'll see how this turns out. Happy family. Okay. Perspective. The great severing. Ooh. Conflict, softening to love. Okay. Ceremony. Instinct. Lemuria returns. water flight, heaviness, burdens are cast away. Okay, let's see this. Okay, it feels like looking at this card, the freedom and happy family, there is some kind of resolve coming. But with this card, perspective, none of this matters. Conflict. It really feels like maybe you're focused too focused into the ego. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Sometimes ego can be taken in a very bad way, and I do not mean that in a bad way. With ego, yes, some people have huge egos. That's not what I'm meaning. Ego, in my words, it's basically your subconscious reactions from childhood and past life traumas. So your ego is kind of the reactive childlike tantrum, and I don't mean tantrum in as like you're a child and you're not getting your way. When we're children, we throw tantrums because we have no other way to voice our needs. Children do not have the ability to explain what they need because they don't have the words. They don't know the words. They don't know the feelings. All they know is that they feel lost or scared or angry, and they just have a tantrum. Our subconscious, our conscious mind does not develop till we're around 7. And so everything we learn up until 7 is what we know, what kind of takes us into adulthood. And so that ego is actually those unconscious thoughts and lessons that we learned as a child. And so sometimes when we get stuck in these situations, like we're really angry, and it's the ego that takes over, what it is any kind of pain or trauma that we experienced as a child is what is feeding these ego reactions. And so if you are currently in some kind of difficult situation, the reactions, your inner reactions, your jump to anger is some kind of trauma or pain from your childhood or your past life. Hopefully I explained that so it made enough sense. I don't want people, ego can be understood very differently. That is my definition of ego from a spiritual perspective. And so whatever situation you're experiencing, the anger that's coming to the surface is your inner child's voicing pain, fear, things like that you previously experienced in past lives or childhood. And so this perspective card is really trying to say, in the grand scheme of things, this really doesn't matter. The situation in itself really doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is the feelings that the situation is bringing to the surface. So if you understand what happened to you in your childhood, for example, the anger, if you're angry about a situation, what is triggering the anger? Okay, someone is triggering the anger, or a situation is triggering the anger. What are they actually triggering? Because it's not anger. Anger is a kind of a top level emotion. Anger is a response. I call it my feelings pie, where the anger is like the crust, but what's underneath is the gooey filling, or all the softer emotions. And maybe the shame is being triggered, or insecurity is being triggered, or fear, or sadness, or something like that. It's those deep emotions that really hurt in the heart. and triggered, and so you have a reaction like anger or jealousy or something like that. So this message, these two cards right here, are asking you to dig a little bit deeper and to understand that the situation itself is not the focus. It's what the situation is triggering. So it's not about the people. It's not about the people involved at all. It's solely about what it's triggering in you. Okay. Let's see. You have a lot of messages incoming from your guides. And with this instinct card, I'm also you're getting a lot of downloads. Both of these cards together, actually. You have downloads from your spirits. And you have your intuition is telling you to do one thing, but your ego or your common sense is saying, well, it doesn't make sense to do that. And you're stopping yourself from going down that path or doing what you kind of instinctively feel you should do or want to do, because the ego or your human rational mind is telling you no. I'm gonna draw another card for this, and let's see what comes up. Okay, guides, what can you give me some more information about these? Sanctuary. Oh, interesting. I believe I got this in pile 1 as well. Again, Patience pile 1 and Sanctuary from pile 1. So another message, if you felt attracted to pile 1, go take a look at pile 1 as well. You might be called to do some kind of rituals right now, either for yourself or, if it's magic rituals or just rituals like taking care of yourself, having a bath or meditating or going for a walk. Something that honors you. You're being guided to follow that, to follow those feelings for yourself. Okay. I'm also getting the feeling that you might have a deep connection to Lemuria. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I've heard it both ways, so I will just stumble through that. But you have a deep connection with Lemuria. There's also some ancestry that's coming up too. Like karmic bonds that go way back. Ancient history. Maybe past lives or ancestral history that's coming up. All the other piles seem to flow very nicely together, and this one seems so conjointed. I'm having a hard time putting them all together. Okay, guys, what else would you like? Oh, they're jumping out. Okay. Caution, secrecy, wary, dreams. I feel a deep connection, to history, past lives. Past lives might be coming up for you. You might be seeing them in your dreams. You might be getting feelings, deja vu, or you might be being pulled, like drawn to certain civilizations, certain cultures, even certain things that you like to do, like hobbies. You might be feeling drawn in different directions that are not usual for you. And the message is to go to do those things, because there's way more to your past than you know, way more to your spiritual history, even ancestral history, that you need to learn about. And it feels like this is being, okay, I can see how this is all coming together now. And it does kind of feel like this connection with pile one. So maybe there's more messages that resonate for you in pile one as well. But it feels like there is a time that this is kind of a transition, that you're learning about things. You're learning about yourself and your spiritual history. Because I don't think that whatever is being dredged up, whatever situation is happening right here, whatever angry situation is happening in your life, it feels like it's very deep. It goes very, very deep. And I think these situations are happening to force you into learning about who you are. You are so much deeper than you probably have any idea. It's like the the blue and the red pill in oh, I can't, the Matrix. Oh my gosh. Okay. I Neo, but couldn't think of the name of the movie. Anyway, it's like the red and the blue pill. And I think you're kind of at this precipice. It's a decision. Are you going to go down the rabbit hole, or are you going to stay on the path that you were on? And I say there's a choice, but I really don't think there's a choice. The universe, you're here for a plan. And if you're not going to follow your plan, I mean, when we come into a life, we choose what we want to do, what we want to see, the experiences we want to have, when we want to leave this life. We have those choices. And it doesn't feel like the universe and your spiritual team is going to let you out without fulfilling your mission, what your mission was. And I think it feels like you were meant to go down the rabbit hole no matter what. I guess it's all about timing. And when we postpone things, the pushes that we get from the universe tend to get a bit more forceful, until it might be easy from the beginning. If you start at the beginning and you follow these little nudges here, it's going to be a little softer than 5 years from now. Then the universe may really push hard. So absolutely take your time, but the universe is giving you a soft nudge right now, but I guess this is kind of maybe a warning that it may not be so soft later. So, okay, let's move on. Let's see if I can get a little bit more information about how the happy family ties in. Okay. The Magician. I just had that in last pile too. The Magician. How did that tie in? You're getting gifts. You're coming into your gifts. And so I think there may be even some strange things that are happening in your life. You might feel changes in your body. You might feel changes in your surroundings. You might start seeing flashes. You might get sweaty palms. You might start sensing that people are reacting differently to you. You might start seeing some very strange changes around you. And that is part of this process. So let's see. I'm going to take a small break to go close my door. Okay. So you might start feeling changes, sensing changes that are happening around you. And things are unfolding. That's what I'm getting with this patience. I'm seeing that it says patience, but I'm seeing this clock. Things are unfolding in due time. Things are unfolding as they need to. And it's not so much about the happiness in this card, the happy family. It's about the rainbow. If you've seen, I don't know why I keep getting I keep seeing movie references for this pile, but if you've ever watched the original Wizard of Oz, once she crosses over, into Oz, it's all of a sudden, after the storm, it's all full of color. Everything is colorful. And it seems like, well, what they're showing me is life right now is kind of black and white. But once you start down this path of discovering who you are going to, life is going to be so much more. You're going to see more, you're going to experience more, you're going to feel more. It's going to come alive. It's going to be like magic. And this confidence card is now coming into it. They're saying that as you go deeper down these spiritual paths, you're going to connect more with who you truly are, and you are going to find your confidence. You're going to connect with your soul being, your energetic being, whatever you are, whether a light worker or, a starseed or something like that. You're going to connect with your true essence, your true energy, and you're going to find what you've kind of been searching for, what you've kind of been looking for, or if you haven't been searching or looking, you're going to feel more at home. You're going to feel like you know who you are and you understand where you come from. Even if you don't know for sure where you come from or where your soul originates from, you are going to feel more at home in your body and in this human life, doing the spiritual things that you are here to do. Let's see if let's use this deck for one more message. This is such a beautiful deck. Now it is a new deck, so I'm not sure how quickly one is going to jump. Let's just take that one. Patience, good grief. Okay. There we go. Patience. The message that I'm getting is, through this process, have patience with yourself. There's an extreme learning curve for for spirituality and aligning with who you truly are. And there's going to be some bumps along the way. There's going to be some darkness. There's going to be some light. But have patience, because you're on the right path. Just keep following the rainbow. Keep following the things that interest you, and keep following your intuition. Okay. I am going to end the reading with this cute little Valentine deck. Let's see what comes up. Since it's February. Ooh, okay, I'll just take that one. Two. Wow, it's February, and it says 2 may indicate February. Okay, so 2 may indicate February the 2nd, twins, 2 months, weeks, or 2 years away, or it could be of another significance to you. So if 2 resonates with anyone, this is a message. Let's see if I'm feeling it. Something may come anything, I want to say 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 months, more short term, maybe not 2 years away. That's what it feels like. Or since we're currently in the month of February, depending on when you watch this video, it could come in February. Maybe you end up watching this next year, next January, December or something. So I will just leave that there and see what resonates with you. Okay, pile 3, sending you all love, and I hope you have a wonderful week.